Alright, welcome back to War in the East, and I'm going to be praying for mud for the mud god. I have two major encirclements almost. One up there, 1 million there. If I get mud this turn, then who knows, doesn't look like it's mud. I'm 99% sure I set this to random mud, it might just be historical mud. Although maybe it's at the end of the logistics phase. Whatever it is, that big catchment around Kiev, although it's going to be busted open, means that that's the entire front that doesn't get any supplies this turn. Come on. No, no mud. Another turn of German offensives. Are they going to retreat all those guys who are very close to getting cut off? No, you attack any of those guys you want. I am going to cut you off so hard next turn unless you do something hard. And they've opened up a supply line as expected. And they may even get to one of my mechanised division. So without a rail line they can't do any mass retreats from the north, and I will flow into that gap with all those forces. Create a 30-mile line they've got to break through. I'm willing to sacrifice division as well to get it to debase all their armoured units, aircraft. Alright, they're pushing forward again, but Hitler's got to be getting worried. I mean, you punch those guys, you use up all the supplies. Oh, they're using bombing raids there to support that. Don't have enough to counter that. I've stacked that rail line quite heavily. Bombs have almost become... see, this is the thing. Could I, if I can push from Minsk north, I could encircle their entire northern army groups. There's no way in hell I can do it, but if I can make it threatening enough, then there's a chance they could retreat. Nowhere I've actually had to think about building fortified regions as well, which is nice. They're actually making a line of security troops to stop me advancing north. They're so screwed. I've got like 200,000 men I can fill in that gap. I railed another 60,000 men to the region just because I thought I could do it. The guy around Minsk is going to get caught off, but he can probably push north far enough to reach those air units here. And that will cause a lot of Luftwaffe losses if we run over their bases. Also taking Minsk is a good supply, is the main rail route to all these guys in the south here. Vilnius is of course a big strike. Brest-Litovsk here. There's so many different places I can hit to like hurt their supplies. At the moment every time to come north here through Minsk and then down to these guys. That's some minimal attacks here. Another 10-kilometer advance. Ooh, okay, that might be more of a threat. They've moved some mechanised units and quite a lot of infantry there. They've heard of this fabled city called Kiev, but they're nowhere near taking it. Like they haven't taken, yeah, Chernigov. Russian, it's like Welsh, to speak it properly, you've got to slit your throat if you're not a native speaker. That cavalry division has not been attacked yet. Oh, why has the screen gone black? That part was redacted apparently. I also like to mind you, I just railed like a huge number of troops into the marshes, because that will give me more chance to do some damage. Not the smartest move, but this is how I fight wars. I can rescue that mechanised as it is. And now we're coming up in mid-October. Mud has got to be soon. My god, am I going to cut them off? And done. Oh, we dropped down to 70 there, up to 42. Two isolated divisions, that's fine. One of them's been isolated for months. A bunch more rifle brigades. First Guards Cavalry Division, First Guards Mountain Division. Yep. A lot of the tank brigades are getting their upgrades. Right, we have to do this. They're cut off. Right. Form this as deep as you can. Alright, where can we put these guys? I don't want like defensive depth here really, because they have got a good chance they're going to be striking me hard. So I want to fill this with enough men. Alright. Can't do anything to support that lead cavalry division. We will very much like to reoccupy our lines, thank you very much. Because you are going to have some serious issues come next month. Next week. Yep, it feels a bit cheap, but I will take it because it allows me about advancing one guy a little bit further. No one actually moving to that X. That's just a little bit annoying. Yeah. At this point, I'm going to take any advantage they give me. I'm very interested to see how they fight back against this. God, why am I not pushing hard? There's another rail line there I can cut. And that's more and more land they've got to try and retake. You can be the sole defender. These are the new tanks I've just brought in. Right, there's another infantry unit here. Make sure my HQs are in the right place. Need that cavalry unit in command. I don't care who else isn't. Pull that guy up in. Move another Guards cavalry unit up. Army group north is encircled. Sorry, I may have to keep going back to that. I think we've just ordered a general offensive on the here. Oh yes, it's this guy. Can I get him past this armoured division? No, I can't. It's moving back. Move you so I don't get you caught. Move you to cut the rail line again. Punch any weak target you've got. There we go, that guy's no longer caught. 5, can't really do anything about that here. You on the other hand can take that. Right, let's get these guys into the front. Because they are getting a little bit closer to this. Right, this is my biggest worry here actually. Ah, that's why I can't move them. This fortified region. SMRT. Pull the backstop off here. I just used the word backstop. God damn it, the Brexit negotiations are getting to me. No one breached the line down here, that's fine. 21st Army. Oh, you're lost. I'm gonna roll you up actually where you should be. Alright, let's get all these guys off a train and move them very close to the front. Then we'll find a HQ for you. 6 Cavalry Corps. Six Cavalry Corps is not good enough for those guys. There we go. That just means I can think a bit more about pushing forward. Like this as a local attack. Doesn't get me much, makes me feel better. You know. Tell the guys that this is what's going to be the main use though. Germans fluff main offensive. Alright, I'm actually going to switch to bomb units. I want these guys. Along this line to basically just ruined if possible. Especially this guy in force. Alright. Oh, I've put a HQ unit on the line. I wonder if I can get enough of these guys together to smash those guys. Yep. I'm going to push an infantry division into the gap. Buys me 10 miles. Okay. We are getting close to Bukaluki here, but I'm not entirely worried. I actually want to swap a few commanders down here. 6 army. Army is apparently an empty shell. That's interesting. Pop you back here and I'll fill you full of these guys. Oh, 16th Army's apparently got people, but no one local. I know some people spend their time like, oh, I need to get all my guys lined up, but everyone needs to be, especially not for this. Use your guys as they are, as long as they're all blue when you click on them, or mostly blue when you click on them. Just airborne corps needs to be a bit closer, and that's quite an important one in my defences. No, that's better. That's the 5th Cavalry Corps. Again, you're holding quite a lot, an important bit of the north. Actually not terrible though. Who's got these guards divisions? Ah, the 41st Army. You're pretty good. Cavalry Corps. Wrong button. Oh yeah, you need replacing. There we go. Down here, the 26th Army. Where's my phone? I've lost it. Apparently getting all the updates today. Never happens at the weekend. But yeah, you can go. Ooh, that's a proper Stalin. You're okay enough, actually. I'm at points anyway. So. I have a nice force here. I've got another like, couple of tank brigades. Oh, not very well experienced, but they're keen, they're ready to go. And we're going to have to see if the Russians can shift this one guy here, the German side. I wish I could just do something else, but no. Stupider things have happened though. Okay. Continue to rail men in. I'm a little bit worried I'm going to lose something. I'm going to bring in some more units. I've got 3 more divisions here. I'm going to bring these into the southern side. I need to do something to slow their advance. Likewise here needs at least 2 more units. I should have picked the 12. Oh well. Not that I can do anything now. I can put those there and then bring these down the rail line. Cavalry, they're amazing. Alright. Now let's see if I can get any of these guys off the trains. Likewise down here, just off the trains. Let's get you into a couple of units as well. "17 turns in." And I am doing really well. So yeah, these tank brigades. Tired, not much experience, but at this point I kind of just need them to be bodies. I need a wall of bodies to like fill in the gaps. Whereas the actual experience will come. You know, no one stays on the front line for more than like a week without gaining the experience. Yeah, these guys are getting quite stacked out now, but I don't have anyone else I can throw them with. That's cut off the next turn. I'm going to be launching such a hammer blow against the Germans. Right, and down here, just enough to get off the train. Right click, don't right click, don't right click. .49 Army is going to get a bit of a boost. This is a tank division. See, it's much larger, but it's quite hard to supply one of those. It's actually got some decent experience. Going to be useful in the assault. But guys, I'm going to be hitting hard. Like, I've got all this is basically my offensive reserve. Yes, they're digging in, they're in heavy level 3 forts. But yeah, once the mud clears and the snow hits, if I get blizzard conditions down here, those guys are going to storm forwards and just slice into the Russians. This pocket will just dissolve. I'm hoping this pocket will already be dissolved. And then we'll see what happens. So, I'm going to pass back to you. And we'll see what happens next time. I'll pass back to you, see you next time.